campers. It's almost 5 o'clock. We had a little problem. We had a breakage on our head. So I've swapped heads. I borrowed this big ass service truck with a crane. I think I'm going to buy it because after having this issue, it took me almost 2 hours to find somebody that had this thing so I could borrow it. He did say he would sell it. He didn't use it much, but I had to take my helicopter and we had to go get the head that we just put on here. Let me get out of regular view. There we go. So yeah, we put a new head on. This is the old head. We went ahead and put new blades on the old head while we had it off, while we had it sitting here. But we basically stripped the gears inside there, and I'm gonna have to send it off for a rebuild. So the new head cost me about 15 grand. So I did swap out the nice little Komatsu little tin piece off of the yellow Komatsu one. I didn't like the yellow. I mean, I got red, so I swapped them out. Same model head. This one was yellow. The new one was yellow. So I took. I swapped out the covers. So I got a brand new head. We should be good. I'll send this head off and we'll get it rebuilt. You can't really see the gears, but the gears inside behind the stripping blades were stripped so it wasn't grabbing. It's the gears that run the hydraulics run the gears that open and close the grabber. So yeah, we're gonna have to send that in, so I'll have to load this back up. It doesn't fit, but we were able to strap it down. So yeah, so this is what we got done today though. Yeah, couple more piles. You can't see them, but there's another big pile down, just 2 more big piles down below the hill, and you can see that one big pile up there from earlier. So yeah, you know, we're making some progress. I think maybe in another day. Damn train. I think in another day I can have this all cleared off. And like, boy, that train is loud. I think I'm going to have room to put the 2 iron ore mine shafts. I mean, these things, they probably take up a good 30-40 square feet, with, not counting the cable supports, so add another probably 50 square feet. I think I can fit the 2 of them in over here. The surveyors were back up here when they grabbed their bulldozer or their excavator and whatnot. They had a little trouble on the road getting out. That long trailer. I wouldn't say high-centered, but when they were going over some of the hills, the back half of the wheels were off the ground and it just wasn't moving. So they wound up having to drive the tractor and trailer up over the hill and then drive the excavator up by itself and the backhoe by itself. But they got her done. But anyway, they told me they would have the exact, I don't want to say layout, but a pretty rough area where the vein of iron ore is located. And they can sink a shaft and sink some tunnels under there. They call it hard rock mining, whatever that is. I know that there's a lot of iron ore in gold mines. I'm not a big mining expert. Air tanks releasing air drives me nuts. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I'm gonna get this all cleared off today. We only got another couple of weeks. What's our HUD? Let me turn the HUD back on. So yeah, we're still, we got 2 more weeks, and then we'll be ready for oat harvest. So I need at least 3 or 4 days to get the combine ready and the header ready and trucks ready. Get everything greased up and replace belts and whatnot. So yeah, so that's where we're at. Had a little stoppage this afternoon, but we got it taken care of. Luckily, another company had one of these I was able to buy. It's the same, not the exact same model, but it's a little different head. The newer one, I think, is a couple of years newer than this one. But I'm kind of liking this service truck. I mean, it's like a total mobile repair, and has this little gas trailer. It's got 25,000 liters along with some DEF, 850 liters of DEF on it, so that could come in handy. But yeah, so I think I'm going to buy this. I want to sell the log piles first, but like this log pile here is about 45,000, and I got 2 more log piles down there. He wants 120 for the whole setup for the truck and the trailer, so I will probably do that. I don't know, you can't really see the log piles, they're just below the crest of the hill down there. There's another one just past where my little circle cursor is. But yeah, so we're gonna, yeah, you still can't see it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this thing, because after today, without that crane, I wouldn't have been able to probably change his head. This thing weighs, I don't know, a lot more than anything I can handle. I might have been able to pick it up with this bucket off the tractor, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know that I could have got the bucket high enough. Although the crane, we can lower up. I could have done it by sitting it on the ground, but I needed to take it's hard to explain, but sitting it on the ground just didn't work. I couldn't get things to match up with the maneuver in the boom arm, so it was easier to hook the crane cable and lift it off the ground, and then I could manipulate the crane with the remote, and it's just a lot easier. Let me just put it that way. But if I need to pull an engine, definitely going to need a crane. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy it just because of the crane, plus all the tools. My little service truck just, it's fine for small repairs, but if I got a major repair, like if I break an axle or a wheel bearing goes out in the field, that little service truck just ain't going to handle it. But anyway, that's where we're at. So we're going to load this back up, take it back up to the shop. I'm going to ship it off, and we will probably see you tomorrow. Hi, Kippers. Hey, Kansas Farm Guy here. Welcome back. We are headed back down to our field. It has been a busy 2 weeks. We're in the last week of June. Our oats are about ready to harvest here, maybe in another 2 weeks. Something unique happened. The local high school VOAG teacher stopped by, and he wanted to start a kind of hands-on work program for his guys that are trying to get their state farmer award. And if you're not familiar with Future Farmers of America, it's a high school program that teaches kids how to farm, whether they are on a farm or not. Teaches them welding, basic mechanic skills, various different things. The VOAG teacher is also the high school wood shop teacher. So I wouldn't say we struck a deal, but we came to an agreement that I would pay high school kids to come out and work. So I'm getting some high school kids. I'm going to pay them $12 an hour to start, as they help me out running tractors, farming, which kind of whatever I need. And then the wood shop kids are going to work for $12 an hour in the wood shop. So I'm getting some part-time help, and they're getting some real life experience. So we got the field harvested. I got 3 loads of hay off of that other side, and I got 2.5 on this side. So that's not bad for this native grass. So I brought the rock picker down. We're going to pick the rocks out, and then we're going to bring a rake and rake up all these little pieces of wood. But a couple of days after I last talked to you, I came to an agreement with the mineral company for mineral rights, and we struck a deal 70-30. They get 30% of everything they mine. I get 70% for being the landowner. So they came in, they built a little road. They need to smooth it out a little bit, but they built a road. They took up a little more space than what I expected. But they came in, they put this shop up in about a week. It just finished it a couple days ago, and just yesterday they brought in some equipment, and a few days before that they poured these temporary, well, not temporary, but they're the pads where the iron shafts are going to go. So this is going to be one pad, and then once they erect the shaft and all the equipment, they will start mining down into the mine seam. They're going to be 2 shafts, and then this pad right here is going to be the pad for the foundry. So they got their shop and their little office over there. They said something about maybe putting a gate on here. I don't know. But I'm going to plant this little strip here to grass, and we're going to leave it grass, and then my field will go basically from the edge of their embankment. Yeah. Oh. So, yeah. So that's what we got going on. So, this time, I kept a tally of what we made off the wood versus just selling a bunch of it. So we actually made $407,675 off all the wood on this side here. Now I didn't keep track too much because I spent a lot as fast as I was bringing in, I was spending it. So I'm going to estimate that probably $300,000 on this side. So yeah, and then we got a bonus of $6,414 for environmental, like an environmental bonus, for lack of a better term, paid by the EPA for natural harvesting. In other words, we left trees along the road and
we are putting the space we harvested to agricultural use, so they get a bonus for that. We also sold that trailer of milk. I finally filled it up, and I got $58,891 off that tanker of milk. So, we did pretty good. We've done fairly well. I got $365,000 right now, but that's going to drop down by about $300,000 because that's the cost of the 2 shafts. And then the foundry's another. They said it'd be about $75,000 to put it up. Now they're going to supply all the foundry. I just had to pay for the building. They're going to provide all the conveyors and smelters and all that other good stuff. So that's not going to cost me. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm excited. We'll see what happens. And thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in. And next time we check in, this should be grass. And hopefully here in a couple weeks, we'll have oat harvest. And we'll get the reaper harvester out and start cutting oats. All right. Well, Kansas Farm Guy, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and I appreciate y'all.